After all my court matters were finished, I got my passport in 2023 and did my first European tour. The following year was the first time I crossed over the US border since 2015. A lot of work went into getting opportunities like doing an album with DJ Muggs. So when they stopped me at the border, I was completely crushed. That's why I went from 4 albums in 2024 to 1 album in 2025. It felt like years of work just went down the drain. It gets sticky for a Canadian artist once you get any type of charges on your record, because a big part of growing your career as an artist is traveling over the border, whether that be to the States or Europe. Damn, it's mad traffic, B. It's crazy, right? Damn. Damn, yo, did they message me back from the studio? Sometimes it'll be like, yo, when an artist drops their first project, they're never as hungry. You know that like dynamic? But it's because everything in their whole life has to go into that first album. People don't know who they are, so they have to like introduce themselves to the world. So much will go into those like defining albums and stuff, right? And then after a man did that, it's like, yo, he's defined himself. So it's like, how do you define yourself again? Then you have artists that like over the time of their careers, they redefine themselves time and time again. You feel me? And like redefining work is even better than some of their first stuff. So it's like, well, first thing to do is set up my print track. No devices connected? Yeah, there's a lot of devices connected, you Yo, yeah, back. It's connected. Fucking Happy G's talking to the Mac. I'm saying? Word up, B. I'm saying? Who is this? Oh, I'm not even recording. Okay, yeah, my bad. Nigga, they don't need that. They got the audio, nigga. Telling you. Word up. Yes, Luna? Yeah. So, this is me too, right? Be surprised, yo. I open up a session, I'd be like, yo, what the and it's just some random thing. Yeah, Spark. But I have some things in Perpetual too. Now I can start getting it set up. Yo, my heart was broken when we couldn't connect to the car. Yo, B. Thought it was over. What? This is like having 50 bad bitches in front of you and they're just begging to be fucked. And can't do nothing. And you can't do nothing. See, he knows. See? You can't do nothing. See? You've been quiet the whole time. As soon as I said that, you know what it is, because you know the passion, dog. It's like you're sitting in front of the console with an album full of signals, fam, and it can't. And you're telling me I have to do a stereo mix through the console. Yeah. It's trying to break my heart, bro. Holy shit. It's trying to kill me, bro. I know, right? At least 75 or 80% of the album was already made. But me as an artist, I'm looking at the music I have. Now I'm thinking about like just the story and the narrative aspect. And like a lot of great artists, I feel you can see their growth and development as a person through their music. So I'm looking at my music now. That's the borders. How do I properly get this idea out? And I started thinking about the concept of borders.
The North Face with the route for you to win through. This art, I bring you take out from the inner through the borders of my vision. My shore issues and invisible borders to get through. Whether on the map or through the corner in your soul. Too much borders, now your borderlines get so attached to the source signal. Borders around the mind to make the heart and equal. Stress levels crescendo. Trying to find your way across the middle. Whether on the map or through the corner, even worse, you're within you. The borders trying to pull out right.
Because in the beginning, the idea starts personal, and I slowly expand the idea to the point where it's like worldwide, universal. There's borders between you and success. There's borders between you and your family. It's like there's things that separate you from your higher self. And then there's things that just are separating humanity on a whole that we have to get across, like those borders. You want to take it to like the Berlin Wall, like there's all the way to Africa. How many goddamn border conflicts? Ever since the Berlin Conference, that's crazy, Berlin again. So much different border conflicts, because it starts from borders in my life, then it goes to universal borders worldwide. What's going on, you feel me? Alright, through the knowledge, the first obstacle is doubt. It's placed within. Until then, you live without. Literally starts with self. That's why the very first line is, yo, the first obstacle is doubt. It's placed within. Until then, you live without. So it's like, because doubt is placed in the mind of a child. You know what I mean? So that's the first border out of all borders. So I'm really breaking down the concept of borders. It's no family essence. Every connection via antenna. Once the OGs die, that's all that we'll remember. Hey yo, it's 2015, the last time I seen my father in the flesh. Last summer and my biggest show was about to reconnect.
Cause after hearing how I got locked up, selling dope allegedly, and almost died, of course he had hope. When DJ Muggs called, I went to LA, like here we go. Then when Westside Gunn called, the devil said no, so now I'm in the airport I went to go link Muggs. Like that was the first time I'd been back in America since like 2015. It was mad long, years in the making. So I was like, yo, I'm finally gonna get to go see my pops again too. I'm calling my pops. I'm like, they let me through. I'm good. Like I'm about to be over there just now. That was like in April. So then the next thing that happened is in May. I went to go get the award in New York. I'm thinking they're gonna stop me. I'm like, I'm good to go. He's like, yeah, you're a good guy. Go. I was like, yo, this is crazy. I went to New York. Whoa. After I dropped the Muggs album, I think the week before, there was a Scratch Bastard show.
Live the Scratch Bastard barbecue with the man himself. Yes. Yo, Toronto, how was the show?
The album drops. Then the week after that, I was gonna go do the show with Westside Gunn. Because when I was on tour in Europe, he had reached out to me.
It's the Marvelous Story Tour. What city are we in right now? And I just want to know right now, what city am I in? Hey, yo, what city am I in?
Because when I was on tour in Europe, he had reached out to me like, yo, pull up on some random shit. So I pulled up to his hotel, we're talking and shit.
Raz Fresco, the God himself.
Motherfucking Marvelous himself, the fly guy. Marvelous, you know what time it is. Y'all in Berlin with it.
Yeah, we in Germany, man.
International shit, nigga.
We were talking for a while too. It was like 3 hours. We were just chopping it up. It was a good build too. After I dipped, I had to go do the show in France the next day.
When you say that, you know where you are. In fucking Paris with the Eiffel Tower up there.
You have a USB cable. You have a cable USB.
You can charge your phone here?
Yes.
We hear this guy is cooking beat on the subway.
You know, this one more pocket operated joint.
Marvelous.
Marvelous. Yo, I'm live at the Louvre right now, man.
Oh, yeah, but Raz Fresco behind the camera, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you a little story. No, I'm joking. Actually, yeah, we're here at Louvre, a special place, special energy. You can see basically in Paris how Europe, ancient Europe, looked like, or the fancy part. We as Germans, we know all the stuff was bombed and destroyed, and some of the stuff was rebuilt. But here you can see in Paris like how Europe, ancient Europe looked like. And Paris itself is a very important city for the history, French Revolution, Versailles, which is actually not so far from Paris. Vibing, connecting, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop, look at my back panel. Enough said, you know what I'm saying? Enough said.
A year later, he hit me back up and he was like, yo, he had reached out to me like, yo, pull up. Like right around the time of the Muggs album, he's like, yo, I got the show, pull up in Cleveland, Ohio. That's even more crazy because my pops is in Youngstown, Ohio. So then now after the album drops, I'm like, okay, I'm about to go to Ohio. I'm about to go do the show with Westside Gunn. Muggs is there. Just dropped the album with him. I'm about to go see my pops. I haven't seen my dad in so long. But then they stopped me at the airport. I'm like, my world just crashed. I'm like, what? Oh, my heart, bro. I was like, fuck. I'm about to call my pops. I'm like, yo, my pops is like, yo, they're here? I was like, nah, I'm not here.
Buddy in Cleveland, I can't come to the show because I'm being denied entry into the country for whatever reason. In the airport on the phone, I call my pops, he like, you here? I said, they say I can't go. Broke his boat, dreams shattered.
I was like, damn. It's like in a row. I had to call Muggs. And I'm like, yo, he stopped me at the border. So he's like, fuck, you know? I had to call Westside Gunn. I'm like, yo, they stopped me at the border, yo. So I was just in that whole super negative slump. It was just not very good after that.
Pieces to reassemble and gather. That winter, my heart got colder than you could fat.
Shorty hit spin move and lied in court. Like I don't know who's that me. When it came to clear my name, you went and lied some more. So now to get the kids, it's like all out war. More issues and invisible borders to get through. Whether on the map or through the corner in your soul. Too much borders, now you borderline schizo.
I was thinking borders, and I was like, I'm also thinking like, I don't just want to come on the album, oh, I'm sad because he couldn't let me cross the border, because I know why, it's part of my past and shit. So I was like, how do I properly get this idea out? And I started thinking about the concept of borders and how it's about the idea of a border in between you and your family. You know, it's the idea of a border in between you and your kids. Then I even take it on the next level when the drums come in and connect with on a human level, but then also connect on a mental level and drop a jewel on them and open their mind in an artistic way. That's how the conception of the borders came across. Word up. You would see clearly the origin and beginning of the conflict and who benefits when we bomb shit. I had a black mask to rob shit, specifically drugs, but I'd rather make guards out of thugs. That's just another border in the mind to overcome, cause self equals why the light shines from the sun. It's one life to make through one. Ooh, that was feeling good too. That's why it's like on here, on PC, it's like I got the sound. I knew like I'm gonna have a sample. I know I'm gonna have drums, and you see it like all here. And then I brought this into the computer, recorded it, right? And then after the fact, I was like, you know what? I gotta like talk to them first. So I probably removed the drums, and like I'll do the final like more serious arrangement on the computer. Like, well, I'll get the bulk of the how the beat will sound. But it's a two-way street, so it's even after the fact, after I bring it into the computer, I can still, like I can play it here, create a new track, and like maybe bring a keyboard in, like, you know, or I can bring another sound in after the fact. So it's like I'll just get the skeleton and everything, then bring it in, and then it's either I'm gonna further develop it. There's times where I make beats, bring them to the computer, rap on them, then I'm like, you know what? Nah, I need to change something around. I'll bring the vocals back into my MPC and reproduce around the vocal. Change the sample, change this. That Mayday was like that. Specialized was like that. A couple of tracks on the album was like, I made the joint. It was a whole complete song. I even mixed it. You know, I had multiple versions of the mix, and then one night something might hit me. I'd be like, shit is whack. This like.
Oh yeah, the keys. Now I can turn them up. I know how much to do it in the room. Here we go. I can turn these keys up in the room now. And then cut out the low end and shit too, or whatever. Where's my mouse? Where the fuck is my mouse? Okay, here it is. Where is my fucking mouse? Okay, there it is. Now you can hear it. And that's why I kept asking you at the crib. But like, that, I can, you mean in a room, that's why they make rooms like this. So you can hear shit. I'm not getting an accurate reflection of the sound. Yes, like so, yes. So I didn't know, I'm thinking I'm cranking it too much. Under here, though. Okay, you know, for sure. Kinda like, you know? We're crossing borders, yo. See, this one is just like, the sample just spoke to me. Like this is just how it exists on my MPC before I brought it into the virtual tape machine of my computer, you know? But, got a little bass line I added. But it's real low in the back, you know what I mean? You see the little bass line right here? This is probably recorded just live off the Moog. That's why it's audio. There's no MIDI notes. This is the Moog right here. Boom, 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 boom. I ran the drums through this dope ass tape emulation. I don't use nothing else from this company but this one thing. There's like a bass, like for the second half of the joint on top of the sample, there's a bass line and drums. Remember, I told you I had the Tascam Model 24 mixer. Back in the days, Tascam used to release these small little cassette joints. Like if you think about the Madlib beat tapes, and like Dylan, he had his cassettes, like he had his MPC, and then record the beats like onto the cassette. In doing that, the cassette has its own texture too, because if you drive it too hard,
inside the tape, like the cassette, there's like a small miniature tape, like the big reels of tape. The cassette is like a small reel of tape. There's things that you can do to achieve certain sonic textures by how you record and how you hit the tape with the signal. So it's like people like Dilla, when it comes to like the texture of his drums, I remember I was watching an interview, and while they were mixing some music, the mixing engineer was quoting Dilla saying something along the lines of, nah, like I want the drums to sound kind of like soft and like rounded off. I don't want them to be so like in your face. I kind of want them to sound like how cassette sounds, like kind of dirty, kind of rounded off a bit, like not so sharp and pointy. I heard that and I was like, word. So when I was doing the drums for this joint, that's why I reached for this plugin right here. Because on certain joints like the Blind, the drums are real sharp and you know, but for this, like I kind of wanted to, for lack of a better term, mush it. Because certain drums are like clean, and the drums on Specialized, we played that in the studio, the bass is so clean, boom, like clean, the kick is clean, everything is clean. With this, it's like, you know, it's kind of dirty, it kind of has a dirt to it, you know? Oh, it's not even in? Oh, no, there he is. Now it is.
Family essence, every connection via antenna. Once the OGs died on love. Hey yo, it's 2015.
Oh, wrong one.
I see my father in the flesh.
Oh yeah, right.
Summer and my big bad winter, my heart got colder than you can fathom. More invisible borders, generational.
Alright, cool.
Flight 2998, all electronic devices.
Alright, do the knowledge. The first obstacle is doubt. It's placed within. Until then, you live without. Niggas from the hood. Hey yo, it be a capital R. First letter, last letter. It's not Mandela. Who lives, who dies, depends who blasts better. First Mandela affecting the black presence. And add pressure. It's no family essence. Every connection via antenna. Once the OGs die, that's all that we'll remember. Hey yo, it's 2015, the last time I seen my father in the flesh. Last summer and my biggest show was about to reconnect. Cause after hearing how I got how's it sound? How's it sounding?
Selling dope allegedly, almost died. Of course he had hope when DJ Marks called and went to LA. Like here we go.
Then when Westside Gunn called, the devil said no. So now I'm in the airport on the phone. I grabbed my pops, he like, yeah, he say I can't go. Broke his boat, dreams shattered, pieces to reassemble and gather. That winter, my heart got colder than you can fathom. More invisible borders, generational madness. I'm older now, so I can see it from my father's vantage point and what he's been through. Unfortunately, separated from my kids too. Watch Shorty hit the spin move. I lied in court, like I don't know who stabbed me, but when it came to clear my name, you ain't lied some more. So now to get the kids, it's like all out war. More issues and invisible borders to get through, whether on the map or through the court or in your soul. Too much borders, now you borderline schizo, detached from the source signal. Borders around the mind that make the heart an igloo and stress levels crescendo. Found the way across the middle, even on the map or through the quarter, even worse, yo, within you, the borders. Fuck, niggas trying to get across the borders, me. Fuck, man. The hood's mad far. Yo. Yeah. The borders of my vision. Truth and lies, my only border of division. Slowly entering planetary open air prison. A large group divided, fighting over digits from a group of men and women who claim they different. If I could take a photo timeline, show you the image over time, how worldwide these borders keep shifting. When that line, when I say if I could take you through the timeline and show you the image over time, how worldwide these borders keep shifting, that's what this is right here. These two joints. Literally, it's showing you that over time, borders just have kept shifting, and people that move from here to here and here to there. You can have one area and different nations arise and spread. Like, where did this shit come from? Why are these motherfuckers even fighting now? And it's like, because there's so much history of border conflicts, empires moving and spreading and expanding and back and forth. That's why I mentioned that line. And hurry up, boom. And check my print volume. Let it rock. Record, print it in.
Women who claim they different. If I could take a photo timeline, show you the image over time, how worldwide these borders keep shifting. You can see clearer the origin and beginning of the conflict and who benefits when we bomb shit. I had a black master rob shit, specifically drugs, but I'd rather make guards out of thugs. That's just another border in the mind to overcome. Cause self equals why the light shines from the sun. It's one life to make do. Took 9 months to make you, but careful. Cause one round from the 9 break you. Knowledge the born 1 to 9 with the rhyme take you through the borders set up by the hateful to slave you. Watch my back, front, side to side. I read the book, I know how they did Jesus. Devil is alive, I feel and breathing.
That pisses me off sometimes because I like slow songs, so it'll turn super fast halfway through. I'm like, word, right? Yo, you're there like, oh, where are they about to go with this? And then you just change the whole shit up. You're like, oh, but you know, that's just show you like,
It's the same record?
you know what I mean? But yo, there's just like certain things that are so sick, have that dynamic aspect to them where they're changing. Okay, Metalworks print.
Yo, borders from my people striving to get across to the other side. Listen, look, hey yo, the north face with the route for your winter. This hard, I bring you outer from the inner borders of my vision. Truth lies, my only border of division. Slowly entering.